My name's Martin Baker. I'm just struggling with the audio a little bit. Hopefully you can all hear me. I'm Martin Baker, and we're going to be talking about Clear Lessons, and this is the kickoff and the start of Learning at Work Week. So I'd like to welcome everybody here with me this morning, and we'll start off with some housekeeping just so you know how you can interact with me. You will all see on the right-hand side, you have a panel, and at the bottom it says questions. If you type in any questions, then I will see those on my screen, and I'll endeavour to ask those either as I'm working through the demonstration, and hopefully I'll be able to cover those as part of the demonstration, and at the end we'll have plenty of time for questions. I'm planning on taking maybe 20 minutes to half an hour, no more, to go through the demonstration. As I said, if you've got any questions, put those over on the right-hand side. So why are we here? It's Learning at Work Week. Campaign for Learning as an organisation runs this every year. And what we're trying to do is we're just trying to promote learning within the workplace, and suppliers like ourselves get involved because we think we need to change the way that that people within organisations view learning development. We need to start helping them learn and becoming more effective at their jobs. So they're trying to boost performance, and that's something that we're hearing quite a lot at the moment. So everybody here that's online, you should have been given access to an account on the Clear Lessons platform, and an email would have gone out to you on Friday, and that would also have included a link for you to pass round your organisations for people to register. Also invited to this webinar this morning, this demonstration, are some of the people that we met at the CIPD conference last week in London. And again, everybody should have a username and password onto the system. If not, you'll notice down in the bottom right-hand side of the chat box, there's a message there from Genevieve. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of background noise there from somebody, not sure where that's coming from. Let me just make sure all of the other organisers are on mute. Okay, I've just muted a couple more people. Right, let's have a look at the platform. So what is Clear Lessons? Clear Lessons at the moment is a selection of 500 leadership videos and growing. We're hoping to add about 250 videos per year, and it's quite important that the content is being added to constantly. And the whole essence behind Clear Lessons is, it's real people telling stories, sharing their experience. So, real people, senior people from big organizations sharing their experience. There's no scripts. It's all real life experience. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to be able to share that knowledge and share that experience throughout the workplace. The way that this can be used is, the videos are between 1, 2, 3 minutes long, and they can be used as part of a leadership program or as part of a comms strategy. And the content in its own right is very powerful. But you have to remember there's a lot of video content out there freely available on the internet that we all do go and use. And if I was to just ask everybody to go to the question box on the right hand side, and I'd like you all to write and put in where you go for help when you're sitting at your desk in the workplace. Just type in when you're stuck and you've got a problem or you're looking for an answer to something, then where would you go to? So I'll just give you a couple of minutes. Okay, so straight away somebody saying Google. So thanks Claire. Jackie again has popped in there straight away with Google. Diana again looking at Google. So it looks like Google is the number one choice. Oh wow, loads of people now putting in. We've got mentors, YouTube, TED Talks, YouTube, Google, Expert HR or ACAS. So brilliant, thank you. That's great. And the research that we've done, and just the way that we are looking at how we position the Clear Lessons platform, what we're trying to do is we're trying to replicate the way that we learn at home. And I'm the first person that I'll be sitting on my sofa at home, and I need to work out how to change a wheel on my car. Now, what I don't do is I don't log on to my home LMS and bring up any learning course on how to change a wheel and go through a 40-minute course and then again do a multiple choice quiz just to make sure I've done it. Of course I don't. So what I do is I go onto YouTube or go onto Google and I try and find something that's going to take me 2 or 3 minutes to teach me how and what it is I need to do. So the content within the Clear Lessons platform is we just take that as being credible, quality. It's all filmed in BBC broadcast quality, so the audio and the video is very good. And quite often I'll be talking to people about some of the videos, and because it's all people's own experiences and talking about stories about how they've done things, you don't necessarily get it right or wrong. And what's great, sometimes you have 2 or 3 different people saying the same thing or sharing experiences about the same thing, and they've all approached it in a slightly different way. If we just go over to and have a look at the platform, and let me just work you around the platform, and hopefully you'll get an idea as to what we're doing, how we're doing it, why we're doing it like this. I've spent a year to 18 months looking at a lot of the video platforms out there, and they're all of the technology tends to be around their search capability. And yep, search is important, but I have quite a cynical view on the way people learn within the workplace. And I'd say the figures around 5% of people within the workplace are motivated about their own development. Certainly about 5% are engaged with what the L&D teams are offering them, which is why we go to Google and we go to YouTube. And so we're trying to replicate some of those things. So the video platforms out there, they're all search-based. And so if 95% of the people aren't going to go onto the platform, it doesn't matter how good the search is, they're not going to go there. But starting on this front page, of course, we had to have effective search. And if I just type in CEO, you can see how on that space bar in the middle, we've divided that down by topics, by speakers, so names of the actual individuals, the organizations that they come from, and playlists. And we'll talk about playlists in a little while, but you're all familiar with how we're using playlists for music and the way that using playlists has completely changed the way that we consume music. And we've used that same technology here. So if I just click on communication, and you can see here now we've got a selection of videos under the general communication tag, if you like. And I can further research, and again, you know how you search in Amazon and you're looking for a camera, so you type in camera and then you'll type in Canon, 8 megapixel, whatever it may be. And what that does is that then refines that search. And we've got exactly that same technology here. I'm just going to randomly click on half a dozen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost half a dozen. And what I'll do is I'll just create a new playlist, and we'll come back and look at that later. And I'm going to call that communication. And so what I've done is I've created a new playlist called communication and added those 8 videos. And just want to show you how easy and how quick it is to create a playlist. Now I will go into, again, a video here at random and just show some of the functionality that we've got on the screen. So I can click to watch that later. I can favorite it. I can add it to a playlist, either to an existing playlist or a new playlist. I can share, and we'll come back and talk about share in a little while, because we can share on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or email, and then also embed. again, I'd be interested to know a couple of things. One, are you using video platforms within your business at the moment? And if you are, you know, if you wouldn't mind just putting it into that right-hand text box, just so we can see what video platforms people are using. And once you've done that, it'd be useful to know if you are using a learning management system, an LMS as well. Again, just put in that text box the name of the video platform and LMS that you're using. Whilst I have an early morning slurp of coffee. So yeah, so we've got people, yeah, YouTube, YouTube, Vimeo, that's interesting. Cornerstone, Saba, YouTube, BigThink, Tatara. Okay, we're currently integrating the video platform with other LMSs, and so there's maybe conversations that we can have later on around whether you think it should be embedded into an LMS or not. I've got a very good view on this that I can share with you later. So let me just get back and let me click play on the video.
Sorry, setting up my the 2 social enterprises that I've been running recently, I found that something that I learned from buying property, which was the 3 rules of buying property, was always location, location, location. The 3 rules of entrepreneurship for me is network, 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 which is to try and meet as many people as you can.
Okay, I've stopped it there because you've all got access, and what I want everybody to do later on is to go through and actually have a look at some of the videos themselves. What I wanted to show you is we've got subtitles, and at the show last week, I said gobsmacked. I was surprised at the number of people that were telling me how they love to use video, they love to watch video, but they always watch it with the sound turned down, and they read the subtitles. We've transcribed all of the videos, so we've got subtitles. That wasn't the intention. The aim was for accessibility, and if you're in an office environment where you don't have speakers, things like that. But the feedback from a lot of people last week was, no, we like to read instead of listening, which is quite interesting. And also what we've got just down here is the transcripts as well. And again, surprised at the number of people who like to just read the transcript. In terms of that search on the front page, we're also searching the transcripts. And so what that means is you can delve right down into the content itself of the video to find what you're looking for. So although our technology hasn't been focused on search, we spent a lot of time thinking about how that search needs to work. And we came up with those 4 areas of topic, speaker, organization, and playlist, delving both into all of the tagging and the transcripts as well, because we want to make it as easy as possible as we can to actually get down there into the videos and the content you're looking for. And if I just have a quick look across here, we've got related videos about the speaker, playlists that the speaker is part of, and I'll just click on resources, because what we've done with the platform is the ability to upload supporting resources to videos. So here I've downloaded the audio version. We get having people telling us that they want to be able to download, like a podcast, download an audio to their, to their iPhone or to their mobile phone, and they listen to it on the train. If you've got PDFs, or you've got procedures or processes, or or papers or blog pieces that people have written within your business, then you could actually add those resources to the video as well. Got a couple of questions that have just come in here regarding are subtitles available in other languages? They're not, but because of this piece of subtitling software we've used, what we're saying to people is, if you want subtitles in different languages, we can work with you to do that. And again, at the show last week, had a couple of people who were talking about potentially wanting French or Spanish. Another question here from Alison. Hi, Alison. How long does it take to create a clear lesson video and transcribe it? Normally, we will film one person. We'll need them for about an hour, and during the hour, we can film six or 7 videos themselves. To transcribe a video, each one will take about 10 to 15 minutes. Another question here, could you combine Clear Lessons videos with internal videos from leaders? Absolutely. And so if you have a license for the Clear Lessons library within your organization, then you have the ability to upload your own videos onto the platform, or if you wanted us to come and film your people, we could do that too. Okay, let me move on and just show you the rest of the platform. So we can search on speakers, and this is a carousel there, and we can decide, I think we've got half a dozen different speakers that will randomly appear on that carousel. Or you can type in we know somebody called Bill, that'll take us straight to that speaker. Or we've got an A to Z listing. Go to topics, and again we've got a carousel of some of the popular topics. And I'm not going to scroll through that. The writing is too small, but just to give you an example of the topics, and it covers different topics. And playlists, and this is where I'll spend a little bit of time just explaining to you, what we've done, how we've done it, why we've done it, and we can create 3 different types of playlists. And you'll see here the playlist that I created earlier. There's a padlock, and that shows that this playlist is private to me. Only I can see it. If I click into that playlist, so this is what I created. These are the 8 videos, and what I can do, I can decide to just move those around into the order that I want them to appear. I can change the title, and if I want to make it a public playlist, I click on public, and now everybody can see that. So when you go into the platform after this demonstration, go into the playlist, go into this particular playlist, and you see here we've got a button that says clone playlist. You can now clone that, rename it, make it your own, and then move the videos around. You can delete some, and then you can add to make that playlist your own. And if you start thinking about music playlists, and when somebody sends you a music playlist, invariably there's going to be a couple of tracks in there that you don't like, that you're going to remove. You might not quite like the order, so you'll change the order as well. So that now there's no padlock, so that's now a public playlist. There's a couple that I've put in there. And whilst you're using the platform over the next week, then feel free to go in there and create as many playlists as you like, using the search, or you'll see there's one here called Martin's Favorites, and that's one that that's a particular range of videos that I'm liking at the moment. You'll see next to the playlist here called video, there's a star. It's going to call it a gold star. It's a white star on a red background, and this is an organizational playlist. And we spent a lot of time looking at, when we were putting the platform together, looking at, should we create libraries? Should we create collections? And we realized that everything is a playlist. And by creating playlists in this way, only those people who have admin status within the organization, so you guys, can create the organizational playlist. Okay, learning groups. Just for a second, if you can imagine and think about, you are running a workshop on communication skills, and let's call it effective communication. So let's just call it effective communication. And imagine you're running a workshop in 3 months' time. you want everybody on that workshop to watch a playlist. And I can almost guarantee that if I was to send you a playlist of a dozen videos, you'll probably watch the first 2 or 3. So what we're doing here is we're creating a group. So let me add everybody that's on that communication workshop, and I can either put in their details manually, I can upload it from a spreadsheet, or I can search the system. And if I just type in my name, you can see up here, at the moment I'm now the only person in this group, but you could just add everybody who's on that workshop into that group. And what we're doing is we're creating a cohort group. And what we want to do is we want them to watch the playlist. So if I go back to my playlist, I'm going to go back to communication. I go to effective communication here. So what I'm saying is the cohort group that we've created around communication for the workshop, we want them to watch this series of videos, but we're not just going to send them to them all at once. We're going to say we're going to send them out 1 a week for the next 8 weeks, and we want it to start next Monday at 8:45, and we can put a message in here saying, please watch this playlist before you arrive on the workshop. By the way, we can pull off a report to see if you actually watched it. I'll be explicit, I'm joking, but just in terms of if you ask somebody to do some pre-work, if they don't think you're going to ask them, they probably won't do it. And obviously, we can actually pull off reports to see if people have watched videos as part of a playlist that you sent them. And if I now click Start Learning Program, that will now launch out, and every week now, once a week, we'll receive a video. And so let's just start thinking about how we can use this. So you could use it as pre-work, as part of a blended learning program. You could also use it as post-work. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to get into people's habit. We're trying to change the habits, trying to help people learn to learn again and learn to learn within the workspace. Currently, as I said before, we're going to YouTube, we're going to Google. We're not really engaging with what's coming out of the L&D space. I think my experience is we're very tied up with learning management systems, and it's somewhere that we're sent to go to, something that we're sent to go. And so we're just trying to promote this way of getting to people's habits, that when they think, oh, I've got a really difficult conversation I'm going to have this afternoon, so go onto the platform and find that content. So just to wrap up, really. So it's a library of 500 videos. The way that we decide on speakers is we're looking at senior people from senior organisations, and we write to them, we ring them up, and we ask if we can film them. The full library and more is free of charge to charities, and we've set up the Clear Lessons Foundation. That's actually how it started, and so we're working with people and organisations to create content. It's just telling stories, things that they've done that's helped them be successful. Again, if anybody's got any questions, just put those in the right-hand box, and I'll answer them as we go. One here, can we create a playlist to go out to the entire organisation? Absolutely, yeah, we can. So if we go to learning groups, we can click add all, add everybody into the organisation. And again, try to think of getting into people's habits. It'd be very simple to create a playlist of 52 videos, call it Video of the Week, and then create a program group, a learning group with everybody in the organization. And so once a week, they'll get their video of the week. And as I said, we're trying to change people's habits. We're trying to get people thinking that this is a resource that they can use within the workplace. So to round up, as I said, 500 videos. The platform is fully mobile, works on multi-devices. You all have access now, so I'd love everybody to go and have a look at some videos. Let me know what you think. There is a comments box in there, so if you've got any suggestions, any comments, then do send them over to me. You'll have my contact details off the email. But any queries, any questions, then do come back to me. I will set up a learning group for everybody who's registered for both Learning Work Week and the people that we met at the show last week over the next week to create a video of the day, just so you can see the power of receiving that in your inbox. Another question here. The learning group will receive a link that they open without a login. Couple of things there, Diana. If you set up a learning group and somebody isn't already registered on the system, they will get an email asking them to register because they're part of a learning group. Regarding the share functionality that I mentioned, and we can share either a single video or a playlist in the same way. You know how when somebody sends you a link saying, "Hey, watch this great video," and it says you need to register to watch this video, and invariably we don't do that. So what we've done here, I've been in publishing for all my career. I worked with a lot of big publishing houses, the McGraw-Hills and the Pearsons of this world, and everybody is, they're so scared of people stealing their IP. And I'm sort of approaching this from a slightly different way, that I don't feel that we've got a problem in this world at the moment, in this country at the moment, where people are doing too much learning. So actually what we're trying to do is we're trying to open it up and make it available to as many people and as easily as we can. We have full security, obviously, but what we've done here with this share function is we clicked on the share button, and this has now created a link. I can now share this link either by Facebook, by Twitter, by LinkedIn, by email, however I like. And that link is then, you click on the link within the notification, and it then launches the page, and you can watch that video without having to register. After 3 days, that link will then stop working. And so we're trying to encourage people to share this amongst people within your organization, but from outside of your organization as well. I've covered everything I need. I have recorded this. If anybody wants to use this within their organization, let me know. We can send it out to you. We'll probably just put a quick email out to everybody with a link to the recording. Also, again, the link so people can register. So you can send that to your people within your organization to register to use this for Learning at Work Week. Okay, so I'd like to thank everybody very much indeed. I hope you find it useful. I hope you'll get super use out of this during the week. And any questions during that week or afterwards, then come back to me. I'll be very pleased to answer any questions.